You going live now?
We're live now.
Alright, 1 sec, I'm not really ready.
User joined your channel.
Hello there, people.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. Right, I need the info for the server, please.
We're live,
It's
so do it
PM on IRC.
Oh, okay. OPT,
Anyway,
okay.
it's gonna be Helta and Lewis casting and Torch streaming this. We're kind of jumping in. Well, it just started, it's only a minute in, but it's Ouch against jF3 and we're on Rainbase. Not the most exciting thing, but it'll be interesting to see how Ouch does without Acro now. They gotta go the rest of the regular season without him, so we'll see if they can pull it off. It looks like they got Fallacy in there, and I guess he's gonna be the one to replace him for now anyway, and looks like jF3 has most of their starting five, so it should be a good match.
And they now start. Well, they've been starting for a while now. I'm sorry I was late, but I'm now.
No,
here,
I just came out of the pug, and I didn't even think there were any matches tonight, so we kind of just hopped into it. It's only a couple minutes in, so we didn't miss too much.
I think jF3 are going to be the underrated team for this one. I think they could surprise us.
They could. Obviously without Acro, which is a completely different team, so they definitely have a chance. I'm not sure who picked this map. I'm guessing Ouch did, so it's likely going to be one of the first cap win type scenarios here.
It seems like a map that Ouch would pick. I'm not sure who the admin is. I think it's Knob, but could shed some light on which maps there are. But
User joined your channel.
Yeah,
we're 3 minutes
User
in.
joined your channel.
it makes sense. They're kind of playing to their strength without Acro. I mean, AT's solid D here, and BBZ's really good on also. I guess they figure, you know, they gotta pick maps like this now without Acro. They're ones that are more tight that they can, you know,
No
sneak it
Acro,
in.
he's actually got something to do other than play UT.
No, he's suspended for the regular season.
Oh, cool. Okay. Why?
Go read the forums. I don't know how you don't know about that.
I don't pay attention to that shit.
Alright, we're casting, so either come in the server and cast with us, or get the hell out of here. Okay.
Are you live?
We are live.
Any day.
How do you see this one shaking out here, Lewis?
User disconnected.
Sorry,
from
what
your
was that?
channel.
How do you see this match playing out? Who do you like in this map?
I personally think that I mean, I'm not a lover of this map. I've never really played it, so I'm not sure which team has the better advantage here. I would have said the blue team, which is Ouch, have the advantage, as they have BBZ, who is a pretty good Rainbase runner here. And he's pretty solid D, Magma defending. They've got the Rainbase experience, but in terms of fragging, they haven't really got that much frag power.
No, they don't.
But it could be a surprise. We shall see.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on the lineups though. With the exception of Magma, she's probably, once again, they're kind of weak link here. But aside from her, they got a pretty strong Rainbase team. Fallacy, kind of an old school player. I think this is his first match of the season, but this is definitely a map he'll be comfortable on. So we'll see though. I'm not sure what Meth is like on this map. Obviously, I'm sure KNG, not too much experience here, but he is leading the server in frags right now, 34, so he's not doing too bad. I maybe would have put him on D though, but it looks like they went with Nate and Meth instead, which isn't a bad choice either.
Well, I don't know. This map is pretty well, put it this way: if you get a cap, then that should be it. It's one of those maps, kind of like easy to just get cap out. That team is more prone to be winning the map.
Yeah, exactly, and it looks like BBZ's trying to leave Slime here, not going to make it very far. Fallacy couldn't quite get a pickup. And in terms of grabs, I guess Signs, I know he doesn't have a grab yet though. It's only Death with 3 and KNG with 2. They're leading the server in that regard. Blue only has 2 grabs total right now, one from BBZ and one from Fallacy, so it seems like Red is pressing harder right now.
Well, without Acro, I think these guys are going to struggle a little bit.
Well, obviously, if you lose your best player, it's going to be tough, but I mean, that's still a pretty good 5 that they have in there, so I mean, there's no reason that they still can't compete in matches without him.
Who's that, Carl?
That's BBZ.
You should be fine.
It's still a pretty good team when you think about it. I mean, with or without Acro, they're still a good team.
Yeah,
Fallacy's
definitely.
underrated in my opinion.
Yeah,
He's
he's
using the
quite
base, getting shot down there. 7 minutes played. We have KNG with 2 grabs and Death with 3 grabs. And on the blue team we have BBZ with 1 grab and Fallacy with 1 grab also. So in terms of grabbing, Red have the upper advantage here.
Yeah, not a whole lot of grabbing as expected in this map. Teams tend to play more defensively because everyone kind of knows in the back of their mind that if a cap gets out, that's probably it. So it can be quite hard on this map, especially in matches, to get grabs in.
Well, BBZ's doing, I'm watching from BBZ, and he seems to be doing the most recommended thing, and, well, actually I spoke soon, he was attacking from the right side, meaning that we won't get all the spawns on him, which is
it looks like he decided to
obviously
switch it up on this
BBZ
run,
goes for a grab here, takes it out of the right side. Gonna have 3 here, he's gonna get boosted by Felicity. Felicity picks it up, and unlucky there, return.
Yeah, I
got
agree with
boosted
what you were
maybe.
saying in terms of attacking this map. He was entering slime most times, which I personally think
It's the best way.
Yeah, if you want to get grabs, it's the best way, because there's only the one spawn kind of behind you, and there's one spawn in the front flag room near slime, but you have a lot better chance of grabbing from slime, I feel, than if you go in portal. You're going to have to kind of go through the whole team if you go in portal side.
Not a map I like to play, really. Too much spawning on one
I fell
another.
asleep on TeamSpeak last time I watched this map.
Well, you never know, this could be in like 3-hour overtime. Nobody would want that.
What was it last season, I think?
It was JYB's team, I fell asleep. Admit it.
Yeah, against Acros, wasn't it? I think?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I think it went into a couple hours all the
Because
time.
Com racked up like hundreds of frags up ahead of everyone else because of the hours.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch over to Sai. I'll see what he's doing, because he's still 10 minutes in almost, and he still does not have a grab. He's supposed to be one of their primary grabbers, so I'm not sure what is going on there. You would think it'd be KNG that's playing more of the mid role, but although as I watch him here, it seems like he's trying to attack, he just hasn't been able to get a grab yet. Looks like he might get his first here. Very short one.
Seems pretty even, well, not even on the frags. Blue team's dominating on the frag count
Yeah.
here.
Which is why they got so little rounds.
A little grab
Yeah,
as
it's
well. I
probably
think
good.
they're playing more of the defensive role.
Yeah, it looks like Necro is doing that. And I think they're kind of forced into that because Magma's been so shaky in matches that they just, I'm sure they don't feel very comfortable.
She does have 70 FE.
Can
Yeah,
play
she does.
well, but she's most likely the well player that spawn on your face and then shoot you on the 180.
Yeah. But,
Good to have that in the team.
hopefully she'll keep it up this match, because obviously she's been kind of their weakest link through the first few matches this season. We'll see if jF3 can keep it going. I think they're coming off a win against 6, so not an easy win there either, so I guess you could say they have momentum coming into this one.
can't really shoutcast this one too well as there's not real any action going on, so sorry about that guys, but we will promise to bring you at least a decent map of shoutcasting.
Well, that's why Rainbase is not a grab heavy map, obviously, so there's not a whole lot of flag runs or anything to see, but I guess we'll take this opportunity to look at stats, and it looks like Fallacy is leading the server in frags and points with 68 now and 74. In grabs, it is Death leading still with only 3. And yeah, that's it. Neither team has any, or Blue has 1 cover with Fallacy, that's it. No covers to speak of yet.
Might go with the highest F still for 71.
Yeah,
Quite surprising.
lowest frags, or second lowest frags. Perhaps it's a case of when offense gets in, they're not looking to her first as she's not the biggest threat, so maybe
Maybe.
that could be part of the reason that she has a higher efficiency right now, but who knows. Anti obviously the stronger defender here, so I mean if I run offense I would be going for him before I went for her anyway.
Very underrated player, and he's been playing very well for a long while now.
For the most part, yeah. Matches this season, I don't think he's been great. I think he's done alright, but he hasn't really played for the most part as well as he does in PUG, so I think a lot of players have a problem, but we'll see. Seems he's doing really well right now. Start this match. So out of Meth and Nade against, I guess, Anti-Magma D, who would you give the advantage to there?
I think Anti-Magma, to be fair.
Well, based on performance just now, yeah.
Based on performance now, it would be definitely... Oh, is the server lag out?
Server like that. There you go.
No, it seems to be back. Wow. I actually
it comes
plugged
out
her
the
yesterday and
minutes.
it crashed, so the server is kind of shaky. They're asking for a pause, but I don't see any lag.
Check their pings, well... This looks like he's getting packeted, maybe? No. Got bad ping, just a reconnection, fix it.
I think Meth is actually pulling a fear. He's on cell phone internet, so he tends to have to reconnect the line.
Using what?
He uses like cell phone internet or something for his connection.
I think you use your iPhone. Use your 3G signal.
Yeah, something. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but that's what he's doing.
Works with us 100 FE right now.
Yeah, it's kind of risky though, because you have him on defense. You don't want him lagging out as the other team's grabbing or something. That could be a problem.
Yeah, I know that better than most people. First season, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a look at it and see what he's up to. I think I saw him. It looks like. Oh, is he on defense? It looks like they might be playing 3-base D. Or. No, I guess he's playing more of a mid defense type role here. That kind of explains why Red's having a hard time grabbing. Although they're still leading currently in grabs, so I think they're definitely. jF3 definitely outplaying Blue right now, I think, for the most part.
I've been PM'd by Intention saying shout out to Uptown, as he would make a great shoutcaster. So
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, it's
indeed,
good to have a cast with you here, Lewis. A little change of pace.
Yeah, well. Intention needs break. He's been talking too much.
Exactly. It looks to me like Blue's really relying heavily on BBC to kind of get all the grabs and just they'll push in and try to cover them. They're playing a lot more offensive than Red by the looks of it.
I think a defensive is a lot better than attacking this map full out. Personally, you don't want to leave yourself too vulnerable
No, but I find this is a map where, like, if you keep constant pressure on their base, it just makes it easier on your defense because they're, you know, constantly spawning and falling back on your offense. So, I don't personally, like, usually when I play this, I'll try to stack offense, and I don't know, I just think it's the better way to go about it on this map. But it looks like
Definitely.
Blue's kind of doing more of the 2D 1 mid type thing, which could work. I mean, it's all about getting a couple of covers to get out mid, and that's all it takes here.
That's the key thing about this map, is that you need cover to get out. You cannot, well, if you want to be a hero, you can do it alone, but obviously it's not going to be 100%.
Yeah, exactly. And surprisingly, Fallacy leading in frags and points with 101 and 106. I think they just picked him up as a free agent. Salary was, I don't remember, but I think it was fairly low. 3, 4, 500, somewhere in that range. So it looks like a good pick for them. And
By the way,
finally
guys,
with grab.
if you want to have a shout out, feel free to PM me on IRC, Sind Usic. See me in the
Lewis can
MLIG
take care of
channel.
us.
By guys,
And-
you mean touch.
What's that?
By guys, you mean torch. He's doing one.
Oh no, there's a stream on Justice TV where everyone watches and listens to this.
Ah, okay.
This channel is just for the people cast.
Ah.
Anyway, I don't know, who would you give the edge to, Sean? Looking at stats as they are right now in the
Blue,
lineups.
looking how they are now, with the defense. But they were lying too hard on BBC.
Yeah, I think they
I
are
don't
too.
I think Red's a lot better attack-wise, but Blue are a lot better defense-wise. And going on that, I'll say Blue.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Talisman. By the way,
Originally,
sorry.
I was thinking just having BBC would be enough, and that gave Blue the edge, but just looking at the grabs, Red's up to 14, and ouch, they only have, what, 5 grabs total, so
Yep.
it's, I mean, who knows, it all comes down to one run on this map, but right now it just seems like, and I still think the better offense will usually win out, and Red's getting more grabs, so I think I would give them the edge right now to win the map, but we'll see. It looks like we're probably going to get overtime. Not surprising on this map.
We have a shout out from Talisman, by the way, saying that Uptown likes the cock, and that we have a intention would like to request an IP check on Fallacy.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm assuming
Reasonable.
whoever was match admin did an IP check before the match started, so I'm sure that was taken care of. Don't need any more aggro shenanigans going on.
Well, you know the Magma and Acro, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows, they could be...
Yeah. I'm a little surprised, I don't know what you think, but to see KNG leading, or tied for the lead anyway, in grabs, usually in pugs, well, number one, I see him as more of a defender anyway. I don't think he's that great of an attacker normally, and
I had a
may-
trial in Sin, and he was one of our best attackers by far.
really,
He just doesn't do it much in pugs.
yeah, because when I see him attacking pugs, for the most part, he kind of tends to,
He
I don't want to say
wanders off.
lame, but more a frag heavy, less grab type offense he runs.
He's a good runner when he tries.
Yeah, that's what it looks like here. He's kind of changed his style a bit, and he's going for more grabs. Death in the lead now with 6 grabs. And Fallacy's leading in frags, 122, and points, 126. Still no covers on red. I think that's their issue right now. I mean, they have all these grabs, but they're not getting the covers. I guess they're not getting in at the same time, or they're just not coming through, but covers are real key if you're going to get out mid on this map, and they're not coming through yet.
And we have yet another shoutcast from Code
Shout out.
saying, shout out to gay puberty, homosexuals with a purpose.
And Sean doing very well playing with a broken hand. What a guy. So I'm not sure what second map would be. I don't know, what do you think would be a strong map for jF3 against Ouch with those lineups?
I'd say Command.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that could
think
work.
Nate and Kingy on D there with Zai running the O.
That looks really
Death.
good.
Death having a bit of grabs with some cover. He's been playing very well recently. And Meth, haven't really seen Meth play before, but we've just been informed that Grendel is the second map chosen by Jordan for free, I guess.
Ooh,
Is that a
Bee's
surprise?
really good at that map though. Magma's good at D there. That's quite surprising for me.
Yeah, I don't know if... I mean, it's not... I don't want to say it's a horrible pick, but I think...
It's not the best.
Yeah, they could have picked something better, but we'll see. I mean... Meth I don't know a ton about. I do know that he's much better on D than he is on O, and I haven't really seen him play much on Grendel, so I don't know how solid he's going to be there. And I think Necro's quite good offense on that map, so we'll see. I don't know. I kind of feel like Blue has a stronger team for that map, but
I do too.
I know Sai is pretty solid offense there, so maybe that's what they're going to lean on in KNG defense. We'll see what they do. Assuming we get through Rainbase, that is. It's like all three of red now tied in grabs with 6. Sai, he's trying to go portal. I don't think that's the best choice.
We have 18 grabs by the red team. That's pretty impressive so far, and there's only
Yeah.
7 by the blue team.
Still no covers though for red, and I don't think any of their offense players have it in them to kind of just solo out. We'll see, but if they're gonna cap, they're gonna need some covers, some support from the rest of the offense. And yeah, like you're saying, now up to 8 grabs only for blue, and 5 of them are BBC, so they're really kind of resting on BBC here to do all the grabbing.
And if you would like to take part in the remove of Acro and Angus, feel free to check the forum out. Program Real.
Indeed.
You can vote there. Your favourite.
Not that we're saying do it.
Good
Oh.
to see Ouch didn't kind of just roll over and die over this. I mean, I don't think that'd be the best way about it, so it's good to see that they were willing to play without Acro there and doing a pretty good job so far.
What would happen if Acro was removed though? Because obviously he's worth quite a lot.
I have no idea.
Oh, we have a shout out here from Uptown saying a big shout out to Talisman for going on vacation and texting Magma the whole time.
I hope that isn't
Right.
true. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
So, there hasn't, out of all these grabs, I mean, what's the furthest any of them have got? I don't think any have even really made it out of the flagrant.
None of them have made out of mid.
Beebs made
Nowhere near
10
mid,
meters
even.
off. That's about it.
Yeah. Fallacy up to, or Sai's almost tied with him, but he's up to 146 frags, leading in points with 154. Red all tied in lead in grabs with 6 each. In covers, everyone's sitting on 1 cover on blue, still none for red.
What do you
Flag kill
think needs
lead,
to be done?
anti-7.
Like, what do you think needs to change to get this map over?
Less fallback. Or maybe not as much the fallback, but if the players on the sort of mid positions would start pushing more offense, and you know, kind of take away from the back shooting through mid and just let the offense kind of run and leave it up to the defense. I think that'll give it more of a chance to at least get some flags towards mid. So I mean, you can see anytime, especially when BBZ gets in, there'll be a bunch of red falling back in the flag room, and I'm sure that's what it's like on both sides. It's just how this map is. That's what makes it so hard. Especially now that we're into 6 minutes of overtime, no one wants to give up that cap, so everyone's gonna be, every respawn, you know, they're gonna be checking that flag room. So I haven't checked the stream, but hopefully the quality's pretty good. I think the last one, video feed wasn't bad. Torch has figured it out for the most part.
I've been scanning the MLIG channel. There's a few people saying Rainbase is just a horrible map for MLIG. So what do you think of the map as an MLIG match map and pub map?
It's hard to say. I mean, there's times when I'll play this map in pugs, and you know, if teams are running straight 3-0, 2D, it can work. I mean, it's pretty rare to see this map high scoring, but I mean, for the most part, it usually doesn't go to big long overtimes like it seems to in matches. So for me, I don't know, it seems more of a map that's better for pugs. Yeah. Just because in matches, people know that it's a one-cap thing and they're going to play real defensive, and it turns the games into ones like this, real long, overtime type things, so it's tough to say. It's just, it's been there forever, so I guess that's the reason it stays. I think Kanji's always going in portal side too. I feel like they should be attacking slime more heavily here. Although they do have the most grabs, so I guess whatever they're doing isn't too bad.
I was planning on getting some sleep tonight, but
Well,
doesn't look very likely.
we are on Rainbase, Lewis, so I don't think sleep will be happening in the near future. We're now 9 minutes into overtime and still not a lot happening. There's grabs are few and far between, and there's still been nothing even near mid. See what's, I had faith in Death's grab there. I thought he might get somewhere.
Alright
Side
guys,
leading in grabs with 8 after starting out slow.
we're gonna have a vote here, and PM me your votes. Who do you think is going to cap the winning flag?
I like it. Who do you think, Lewis?
I think this is a tough one. I think it's going to be.
Hold that thought.
it'll
Looks
be
like
Death.
Fallacy's out mid through portal, and they get a return.
Returned.
So that's our first flag mid by Fallacy. He kind of went out portal, there was 2 guys chasing him, and they missed him all the way through, but as soon as he came out portal, they finally made the shot, and there was not a single blue in mid to cover. It was kind of unlucky timing, because blue flag was off the stand too, so I guess the rest of them were falling back on that. I'm just gonna go with VBZ for it.
I
Right,
say
so we've got BBC. Serenity has Magma. I got
No, seriously. Pick up in base.
Yeah,
I got
okay.
I got 3 PMs, one from Chosen, saying Psy. I got one from Intention saying Psy.
So I'm not a bad pick, he's leading server and grabs with 10 right now. And
I
frags
can't
with
remember who else
178.
said it.
To me right now, I feel like Red kind of deserves to win the match, just in terms of their ult pressure. They're outplaying Blue. I mean, BBZ sitting at 7 grabs. After him, it's only 1 grab from Necro Ninja and 3 from Fallacy. It's not very spread out there. This BBZ's leaving slime right now, see if he can get anywhere. Oh. He was nearing mid as 4 red kind of came out of that center hallway there. That didn't work out. I see we finally have a couple of covers on red, so that's good to see. 2 from Death and 1 from Psy. That's what they're gonna need. I feel like both teams in a way should maybe start meeting up in Slime or wherever and try to attack together. Because it seems like both teams are kind of just playing it pug style right now. Everyone's just kind of running all on their own, and I don't know if that'll work. Not with the amount of fallback each team has.
Nothing seems to be working.
No.
Both teams, it's just going to be a matter of who can get in the base, who can get out, and who can basically move like a ghost.
Generally CTF.
If we can just get a flag mid, I mean, I've had the 1 so far from blue, but like I said, there was no cover there, so it's unfortunate, but other than that, there's, I think out of every grab by each team, none of them have even left the flag room really, except for a couple, so it's been really tight defense for both.
And we have Psy now breaking the 200 frag limit. I think they should remove this map, in all fairness. It's a good map, don't get me wrong, but you know, to have this much overtime, it's just a joke, really.
It is in a way, and I think the last time this map was played, it was the same sort of thing. And
The last time this map was played, it was the same overtime.
yeah, and I mean, it doesn't always happen this way, but the majority of times it tends to be a long game. And Roots, off to answer your question, it is Torch streaming, and Torch apparently, Roots says the stream's a little slow or something, whatever that means. So I don't know if you want to see if anything can be done about that. Frags lead, checking stats, might as well. It's now side leading with 203. Leading in points as well with 209. He's only got the 2 flag kills. He's leading in grabs with 10. Covers lead would be Death and NN tied with 2. So not a whole lot of covers. You would think we're now nearing 15 minutes in overtime. Teams would have kind of pushed off that
They're gonna have
defense
to take risks.
a little bit. Yeah. But it looks like neither team is really willing to just run the 3 straight offense here. IR, I believe it's in windowed mode because it has to be in windowed mode or it would be too choppy. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's why. Greg says the stream is fine, thank you.
It's XSplit. I can't run full screen even if I wanted to.
Oh, there you go, IR. Are you able to use third person here?
Yeah, I'm using third person. And I closed everything I don't need open, so maybe that'll help a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm sure it's not that way. They're finally in together here, Blue. Fallacy with a grab. Leaving Slime. Looks like Red at the same time, almost mid. See, that's what we need right there. We're both offenses are kind of grabbing each other's flag at the same time, because then you know there's not going to be all that fallback in the flag room. It'll give someone at least a chance to get the flag out. What do you think Red needs to do here, Lewis, just to kind of... They've yet to have a flag mid, so do you think they need to change the way they're attacking the base, or grouping up, or how do you think they should go about it?
I think they need to change the defense around. I think they maybe Kingy on a solo defense, personally.
Yeah, I mean...
It could either go two ways. You could either spawn in, have the red team spawn in base and help Kingy out, or it's going to get a bit hectic and blue are going to get caps on mid. So, you know,
I mean, it's a pretty good thought. I mean, it's a risky way to go about it. I don't know. Maybe blue's kind of hoping that they'll do that, and then they can take advantage of the solo D, I don't know, but who knows, that might be what they have to do to get a flag out. It's kind of starting to feel that way. I mean, they're getting a lot of grabs, but still, we're 17 and a half minutes into overtime, and still no flags mid for red. Nothing even near, really. The last grab, I think KNG got it near that middle hallway, but I think that's about the closest they've been the whole map. Yeah, I mean, maybe even switching Nate with Death or something. I mean, you know, I was gonna say for more frag power, Death does have more frags than Nate right now, but I think that's purely just because he's running offense and he's seeing more people. So I mean, you could try a swab of defense.
Side grabs a flag here. He's heading out the right slime entrance.
It's like
got one
NN is
here.
mid as well.
He's out on mid. Oh. I think that's a
And there again,
furthest they've made it.
Those are the scenarios that we need to get flags mid, where both flags are kind of approaching mid. It's the only way, because if the other team's spawning, you know they're all going to fall back when someone's in. Seems like it's starting to open up a bit here, though, so it's good to see. Sai still leading in grabs. He got 12 now. BBC closing on that ESN, so he's been definitely grabbing a lot more. Looks like Fallacy as well, playing less frag heavy role, and he's trying to grab more as well. I think that's a good call by them. Give BBC more help on O, because they're just kind of fully relying on him for all the grabs there, and it wasn't working too well. And then with a grab, and even though he's multi-killed, could not make it out of the flag room. Side trying to leave slime. No cover. 3 on him. Could this be a repeat of our Diamond Sword map, Lewis, I wonder? Could this break the record?
I'm not convinced it's going to break the record. I don't think nothing will break that record for a while, but it's certainly possible.
I sure hope that record is never broken, because what we went through in that match, holy. And I certainly don't want to watch that long of an overtime of Rainbase, so hopefully
Yeah,
something
even
will
Reb
happen.
had a shoutcast that one, so I couldn't imagine what he felt like.
Yeah. We're now officially into 2 maps worth of Rainbase, into 20 minutes overtime here, so neither team can figure it out. I mean, when you look at Fallacies leading his team in frags and points, it's gotta hand it to them. It's a really good pickup right there, as he double monster kills as I'm talking about him. Definitely a good reagent pickup to, I mean, obviously you're not going to replace aggro, but I mean, he definitely looks like a solid 5th for sure.
If it had a request from Uptown saying, can we see first person view of Fallacy in case it's Acro doing radar things? Fair enough. We'll ask Torch to display that, but
yeah, do a minute or so first person on Fallacy and then we'll hop back. I'm pretty certain an IP check was done and that is Fallacy. Like I said, Fallacy, an old school player, he hasn't played in a while, he's just kind of come back recently, but he used to be quite good, and this is a map that he would be comfortable with. You know, some of the, I don't want to say newer maps, but ones, you know, a lot of the Euro maps that were around when he played, he probably won't be near as effective on. So we'll see.
great. Who do you think is gonna, well, we're gonna talk about the second map now, as this one just has no interesting things going on whatsoever. It has Sorek grad flag. Damn. Well, who do you think is gonna, take the victory on Grendel Keep when it's played?
It's gonna depend a lot on how they set their positioning. We'll have to wait and see. For me, I feel like if Red puts KNG and Nate on defense, I feel like they'll take the map. I think Sai's really good offense there, he can get a lot of grabs, and as long as he has some support from Meth and Death, I think I would call Red to win that. I know NN is fairly good on offense there, and I think Magma's okay on D. I'm not too sure about Anti. I'm sure their D would be decent, but I don't think it would match up to KNG and Nate. So, I don't know, I would give Red the edge on Grendel. We'll see how it plays out.
I would have thought Sprinter might have been a more suitable map choice, as Kingy and Nate would be a solid defense. Sai running offense with Death being the cover player.
I could be wrong, but I think they've already used that map in one of their previous matches.
Paying attention to that.
Yeah, I think they used it either last week or the week before, and I think they actually lost it surprisingly in overtime. I forget who they were playing, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they've used that map pick. So BBZ been sitting on 10 grabs for a while, so there was a span there of 5 minutes or so where he really started upping his grabs. He was getting in a lot, but now that's kind of slowed down. Everything's kind of slowed down. There was a little window there where it was nice, everyone was grabbing and flags were getting near mid, but it looks like things have gone back to more of the defensive.
It's like Serenity didn't want to watch any more of it.
I was falling asleep. I watched Grendel, definitely.
Yeah. It looks like my match has been rescheduled. Very good. I wonder if we'll have a 10 PM match. I mean, just watching them, they're like, I mean, Sai has 14 grabs, so I don't want to, I'm not going to put down his offense, but he's entering Portal, I would say, 80% of the time, and he's never grouping up, and that's why, like, Red has such few covers. I mean, Sai's got 14 grabs, but if there's no one there to support the run, it's not going to get anywhere. I think they have to start meeting up in Slime or something.
Death takes a flag here, and
same thing there with Death. He grabs, there was no one with him, no one near. They're just kind of running solo, the three of them. I think Blue's kind of doing the same thing. I think a little teamwork would go a long way right now. Gonna step away for 2 seconds here, I need a drink. I'll be right back.
So we've got nothing really happening. on either side. We have, how many grabs do we have for the red team? We have 32, I believe. 32? No? Something like that anyway. And we have on the blue team 23 grabs. So red dominating the blue team on the grabs. Highest fragger, Fallacy, 279 kills. As of red flags taken by BBC, shot down almost instantly. Kingy shot down instantly also.
BBC finally had cover there with the 2 on Fallacy, but no cover to be had. Looks like frags for the most part fairly well balanced for each team, what do you say? There's no clear-cut advantage in terms of frag power. It looks like blue maybe slightly out-fragging them, but fairly balanced.
It's balanced, yeah. Blue are out-fragging the red team, I'd say by about D or 60.
Yeah.
But
I mean, how many of those frags are useful frags for either team, though? That's the way you have to look at it right now with this map. I mean, there's all these frags, but no covers, really, so... See if KNG can get anywhere here. That is true, method reconnect. I forgot about that. So yeah, it would be about even overall.
that tally.
Well-balanced grabbing from red, Psy 14 and KNG and Death each with 11. In the blue grabbing still kind of lopsided. BBC double, the other two in grabs. It's hard to really gauge who has an advantage right now, even though red's really out grabbing. They haven't really had any great grabs, so...
It's hard to show some interest in this shoutcast while I was watching this map, as it's the most boring map I've ever come across.
We're almost 30 minutes into overtime now. It's a long time to be casting Rainbase. We're hanging in there, Lewis. We're gonna make it. We're now up to 300 points, 301 with size. We've broken that margin. I mean, after all, we did sit through, what, 2.5 hours of Diamond Sword in that match, so...
2.5 hours Diamond Sword, overtime.
That is, by the way, in case anyone was wondering, that, unless I forgot anything, but that, I believe, is the all-time record of longest overtime in MLIG, so... That was an absolutely awful match, and... Thankfully, Lewis was able to pick up the flag and not fall back through the portal as I thought he was going to. Finally end that one, and we'll see how this one ends.
The demo is probably about 100 gigabyte.
Yeah. Seems like they keep cutting for portal when they grab. I don't get it. I mean, slime the best route, in my opinion, to attack and to leave with the flag.
Sorry?
I just... Most of Red's grabs, they seem to be going towards portal when they grab, and I feel like they should just be running it straight out slime.
Slime is the best way to go. They have to have, in my opinion, a good offense. One would go in the base with you, killing everything. One would be spawn killing from the portal.
Yeah.
And that's the cap. That would be guaranteed cap.
And that's the type of thing they need to start doing. Like, you're right, it's just... There's just no teamwork, really, by either team. They're not... I mean, if they did something like you said, get one guy, you know, DMing the portal and the other two meet slime, I mean, it would be...
I think it's... They're playing more public, or pug style, I guess. They need to... They need to meet up, like you said a few minutes ago. Because on their own, they're just... It's no good on their own. It's not gonna...
Yeah, you're right, and I mean... You know, like, you can play it that way in pugs. You know, like, you can solo out in pugs because you're not going to have the same amount of fallback as we're seeing here in the same type of mid-type play, normally anyway. But in a match like this, where, especially now late into overtime, where no one wants to let out that cap, I mean, you've got to group up, or it's just not going to happen. Over 300 frags from both Psy and Fallacy. Death a half a second grab. Way the majority of them have been. It's like Magma's fallen off a bit. I know for a while there she was high 60s in efficiency. She's down to 58 and
I
lowest
think
in the
she's starting to fall
frags
asleep
if
now.
you account for the reconnect. Yeah, that's probably true.
It's late over here, so
Yeah.
not focusing properly.
And certainly playing Flag D on Rainbase with this type of fallback can't be too fun.
Oh no, definitely not. No. It's going to be very boring for her. That's something that you have to suffer.
Yeah. BBZ's jumped to the tie for the lead in grabs, 14. His last grab, uneventful. Died right on the stand. I'm sure they're watching him real closely. Like, I'm sure anytime BBZ's in the base, anyone who is there from the offense will be falling back, because he's obviously the biggest threat to cap on blue. So it's going to be difficult for him to get out.
Busy shooting the wall there for some strange reason. We don't know why. We've got a shout out from Uptown once more, saying shout out to Magma for making it so long without her dude.
Excellent shout out right there.
This guy
According
is-
to Chosen, he says he was on Psy's team and they had a 2.5 hour long Rainbase on MLIG. So I think he's trying to suggest that that is the MLIG record, but I think I'll need to see proof on that, Lewis.
I think it was more 3 hours overall that we
Yeah.
played.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous.
I remember having to get the college bus within about 20 minutes the same day. And it was
And I think when
early
it
match
got
as well.
to like 2 hours into the map, we just kind of wanted the admin to pause so we could kind of take a break. But the other team didn't want it, so we ended up having to play straight through. And I believe that was the first map, so even after all that, we had to play another map. That's what this match is going to have to go through now, is 34 minutes in overtime, so almost an hour. Approaching an
believe-
hour into this map.
That was quite funny actually, because the same day I went to college I had to come back home because I fell asleep in class. Because I stayed up all night because of that game.
That was an epic one. In a very bad way, it was epic.
I think I will refuse to play that much overtime again. I think I would have to drop out and let someone else sub.
I think that was the first season you kind of were playing really in the league, wasn't it, Lewis? Like, I think you
It was-
signed up before, but
It was that was the first season, I believe.
yeah. So
I'm not sure if I
that was a
ever
good
signed
way
up.
for you to start the league.
Well, personally, the E2's team, I think we should have won it perhaps, but luck never
They had a
goes
really
your
strong
way.
lineup. Things happen in matches, and sometimes
Like this.
the better lineup on paper doesn't always win.
Paper means nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you see, what BBC's also doing, he's playing a bit defensive, and that's not, he's back shooting a bit, but, when you back shoot, they're obviously going to spawn back in the base. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Not a good decision there,
Yeah, and
but
that's
we shall see.
That's usually not a role you see from BBZ, and you're right, I wasn't really paying attention to that, but he is second on his team in frags, and usually you won't see that from BBZ, he'll normally be just, you know, the main grabber, like just straight pure offense every time. But I guess, I don't know, without Acro there, I guess he feels he has to play more defensively, as that's kind of the way Acro played on offense. So I guess he's trying to play that way as well to make up for him not being there. Let's go on in. No support, see a fallacy, cannot get anywhere. Quick cherry, could not get out of the playground. BBZ and Sai still leading in grabs, tied with the lead, 16 each. KMG's got 13, Death with 12. And on blue, Fallacy and NN only have 8 and 7, but they're starting to grab more, so it's good to see it open up, hopefully, here. Frag lead is still Fallacy with now 353. Sai leading in points with 363. Sai with 8 flag hills. So, I mean, that's the same as one of their base defenders in meth, so he's, although he's got 16 grabs, he's definitely falling back a lot as well. And if you look at NN, he has 8 flag kills as well, so you can just see the fall back there from the offense.
We have a a shout out from Talisman. These two are obviously battling versus each other. Says, shout out to Uptown and Magma. You two have made some sexy ass kids.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Magma's ugly kids?
Well, if she had one with Uptown, I would love to see it. It's a perfect mix, isn't it?
I should imagine Uptown's going to have a reply to this, so I'm going to be waiting.
He might make a sig on this.
I should imagine so, yeah.
Yeah.
He would ask for pictures of Magma's kids, putting it also on his signature on forum.
Is that legal? KNG, I got excited. I thought he might get out there. I saw him leaving slime and there was no one behind him, but that excellent Bond and slime got the best of him. We're now almost 39 minutes into overtime.
Intention also replies, and this is a shout out to I don't know who. He says, you can all eat my asshole.
Blue almost got midair. If BBZ or Fallacy made a kill there in KNG, they would have been off. Too bad neither of them could come through.
Shout out from Paco. Uptown would need to lose his virginity to make kids. In cap lock.
Come on. Let's not turn the cast into a chalk against PSA bash fest.
Yeah, this is not going to be a chalk and PSA fest. So we can PM each other nice things.
Yes, only nice things.
It's only nice things. We are nice.
Chalk only has nice things to say about PSA, normally anyway. That was just a freak occurrence from Paco there. They're normally always very nice to PSA.
These guys are the best friends, you see.
Yes. You gotta imagine each team is getting kind of tired here as we're now an hour into this map. And I don't know, you just gotta hope someone makes a mistake and just can't hit the flag carrier so we can get it mid. Just not happening. See what BBZ does here, nothing. 3 on him in the flag room. He's now leading in grass, 18 by the way.
This is the last PSA versus Chalk I'm going to read. Shout out from Uptown saying, shout out to Con, I enjoyed having you in my clan.
Is that true? I had no idea that con was there.
We have no clue
Interesting.
about this, and that's how we're gonna leave it. No more. Shoutouts are still allowed, and no PSA versus shock, and only nice things are allowed.
Very good.
As Fancy grabs flag here. Not getting
Going
anywhere.
back to your original thoughts on this map, I mean, if you just look in terms of, we're an hour, just over an hour into the map here, and if you look at the total grabs, I mean, those are the type of grabs that you would see in 20 minutes on a lot of maps, so, I mean, that kind of shows you right there that it doesn't work that well in matches. And I mean, I think there's a number of maps out there that, you know, would flow a lot better in matches than this, but for now, it's there, so this is how it's gonna be. Do you see any easy way, like edit that could be done to this map to make it a little easier on the offense? Or is it just the design is not
Both
much you can
teams
do?
call a forfeit, and whoever wins the next map wins. That's how I can see it getting easier.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever wins is going to be doing it the hard way, put it that way.
Yeah.
Almost to the 400 frag limit.
Yeah, Fallacy approaching. He's way in the lead in frags. He's one away from 400 now, checking stats. Actually, let's see what BBZ does here. He's trying to leave Portal, the flag. He's almost out. He's almost out. Just got hit right before the Portal there. You could see him just kind of try to dodge to it to at least get out mid, but he couldn't quite make it. There was a lot of fallback from the left side.
I
But
can
as I was
see
saying,
this. Sorry, carry on.
No, I was just saying, in terms of the frags, yeah, Fallacy over 400 now, 403, and closest to him is Sai with 367, so he is way ahead. Frag count, anyway. But he is also last in grabs.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying, if this carries on for another 10 minutes, I think I'm going to have to go.
Oh, we're in this together,
I need to
Lewis.
get up in the morning.
This is just like Diamond Sword, man. We're in here till the end.
Diamond Sword revamped.
BBZ neared mid there, and Fallacy's been with him a number of times recently, and he hasn't been coming through with covers. I mean, with those 409 frags he has, he only has 2 covers, so if he could start making those frags when it counts, it would really help us getting into this map.
Well, some covers do count, but it's more like when you're around the corner and you cover someone, for example, the flag carrier actually has to see be in range with the other guy trying to shoot at him for it to register as cover.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good point. That's a good point, but no, go ahead.
No, I can't remember what I was going to say, so you go ahead.
No, like, you do make a good point with that. I mean, you're right, like, although it's only showing it with 2 covers on F1, you're right, he probably technically has more, but just from watching, at least the last few runs that BBZ's had when he's been there, he hasn't really made any kills from what I could see, so, yeah, but you're right, hopefully any support cover will help, even if it doesn't register as one. And in this cover here, I think it's BBC, they're leaving Slime. They're almost mid. He's out mid. Then it looks like
This
mid
could be a cap, this looks like a
They're
cap.
in their portal. It looks like they have it.
Blue.
Oh my
no,
God.
this is returned. No!
No, it wasn't. It was
BBC takes it, and
almost.
this is a cap. This is a
And
cap.
BBC ended up having it, so.
BBC caps this.
And I think I predicted him, didn't I?
I think you did, yeah. So.
For those who
With
didn't
that.
see, NN ran it all the way through Slime and into his base, and he entered portal, and it was death, I believe, waiting in flag room, and he killed him in his flag room, and he was just like a foot away from returning it, and BBC made a real clutch kill there on death to get the pickup for the win.
Man of the match, BBC for that clutch kill.
Yeah, definitely. He also most grabs and got the winning cap, so there you go. Looks like we're staying on the server for second map, which is going to be Grendel, which will hopefully not be this long, and will be a bit more eventful.
I'm gonna take the stream down just to chop the video feed up so we don't have like a 60-hour long VOD.
Alright,
So
we will
be
be
right
back
back.
shortly then.
Are we off air?